Good afternoon. We are in Minnesota, Minneapolis St. Paul Airport. It's KMSP, Minneapolis St. Paul, are the designations for the airport, MSP. And when we were landing, we came in the Dark Star with my grandson at my right here. So he was observing. Surprised me. He said he's subscribed. I don't ever ask anybody to subscribe. So he said he subscribed, and I have a simulator for RC airplanes, and then we've done a little bit with the Cessna 150 or 152, whatever you want to call it. So he's done a little bit of flying, but he's got so many things going on. He's in the sixth grade and middle school, so he's transitioned from grade school, public school, to middle school in Carmel, California, the next town just south of Monterey here. So anyway, so he was by my side, so we come in and I'm looking down this way. I said, when you drive to Eau Claire, the aunt picks them up in Minneapolis. So I said, when you drive to Eau Claire, you could see that a river was heading to kind of the southeasterly out of town. It turns out it's the Mississippi River. I learned something new every day on this event, and really learn a lot about my geography. And coming into here, this is the river that I started identifying too early, which is the Missouri River. Runs down here, runs on down into Missouri. Here's St. Louis, and the Mississippi coming down here. And anyway, I was fishing around on the little map that you click on with the simulator, and it's not a beautiful map like this for setting up my pre-flight. It's a limited edition, but it helps to figure out where you are when you're in an area you don't understand. So anyway, excuse me, I had a little sneeze. So here, I don't know what this thing is coming on and off. Something's going on with my connection, so I might have to redo this, and we'll see. So anyway, there's Lake Michigan. While I was fishing around, I saw the end of this, Lake Michigan over there by Chicago. So all we're going to do today is fly from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Eau Claire, and then look around Eau Claire. And a nice flight, 22 minutes actual flying time. It's going to end up being about 30 to 40 minutes by the time I finish talking. So we're gonna fly around once we get here. We'll see if we can fly over Augie's. It was his great grandparents' house. They've had a house here, and this is Lake Altoona, which is a little bit on the east side of Eau Claire. Here's Eau Claire over here, and this is the Eau Claire River comes in and feeds this lake, and their house is right along in here where I'm pointing, on Edgewater Drive, something like that. So this lake kind of backs up. This is probably considered part of the lake, but here's the river, and then the river departs out and connects up with, I think this is the Chippewa River, and this is the city of Eau Claire. I'm not sure what the name. I sometimes can remember the name of that lake. It doesn't come up, but that's the name of a lake. There's the airport we're going to land at, and then this lake. I'm sure he's been on this lake. This is the Chippewa River comes down, so this may be just part of the Chippewa River. It's not a real lake. They may call it a lake, but Lake Wissota is up here, and I think he's ridden around on one of his aunt's boats on Lake Wissota. So there you go. He's been on a canoe on the little lake that is by his house, and there's that connection lost. I don't know what the heck's going on there. We'll see about that. So we'll take this back to 12 noon, if that helps, and then we're going to go fly. And we'll fly over. We start with a southeasterly heading. We take off almost south, and then we'll just kind of swing left and head across. We'll follow the Mississippi River for a little bit. This is the Monument Valley, and that's probably a 182 Cessna. Very popular airplane.
Minneapolis Tower Daher ready at runway 17 south departure.
Here we go, 17 south.
Daher Windcom south departure approved.
Okay.
Cleared for takeoff runway 17.
And I see the little heading is right over there, and we can go with that. We can hit the nav and see if we pick that up, and we'll go at 3,000 feet. We'll have the autopilot go on and go to 3,000 feet and see if it tracks toward. Then I don't have to fly. I can just sit here and talk. All right, taking the brake off, and we'll go outside, give full power, see what happens. See if it tracks. If it doesn't, we'll just make it track. Okay. We're taking off here. Get the gear up, flaps up. We'll hit the autopilot and see if it starts tracking. And then we didn't punch in the altitude hold. So we got to go back here, and we took the altitude up to 3,000, but we got to tell it to climb. We'll climb at.
Daher leaving my airspace frequency. Change approved.
There we go. So it should be climbing. It's not climbing, so we have to. Oh, we didn't. The autopilot didn't come on. Anyway, it's coming around to the heading, and we go ahead and say goodbye to them before they nag us.
Minneapolis Tower Daher frequency change.
Now we're tracking all right. And we'll look here for the Mississippi. So this could be the Mississippi River going down this way. Yeah, we're heading a little bit east, so we kind of got to double check. Of course, when I came in, I was at a higher altitude. So I think that's the Mississippi, and we're heading east. Yeah, I think we're okay there. And so it's tracking, and I believe we're heading over to Eau Claire. And I think the Mississippi is going off to our right. Got to come back on the power a little bit. We get the flaps up. We got flaps up, everything up. We're at 3,000 feet. Yep, we're at 3,000 feet. The autopilot's on. And we'll just see what's going on this going on and off. That's new. I did put a call into my guru about my setup. They are coming out with a new version updated where the resolution is going to be better, just going to look better. That'll be in November. Possibly that's a lead up to that. And so let's go outside and just look around and enjoy ourselves. Now I don't know whether that was the Mississippi back there. Heading to the southeast, so I believe this could be the Mississippi right here. Here's another little airport right there. Oh, I could let me get this on. And So let's see, what we just flew across is we're in Wisconsin, and this is Lake St. Croix River. So that was the St. Croix River, and that flows into the Mississippi, just down to the south. So I figured that one out. St. Croix River. Wow. And we're heading for Eau Claire. And I don't know whether you drive along this highway right here to get to Eau Claire, but that's our direction of flight. I've got my laptop out here. We might call that Highway 94 that we're following. Can't be sure of that. Looks like a 4-lane highway. Let me see what. Get in close and see if it looks like a 4-lane highway. Well, I'm just not sure. But we're heading for the Eau Claire Airport. Doesn't quite look like a freeway there. And let's see, it comes along here and it goes by a lake, so I can look at that, see if, yeah. And that's Cedar Falls is right along there. So 94 goes see the lake there. Not quite sure. Yeah, so maybe 94 I think goes by up here further. So Highway 94 is up there. This is not Highway 94 that we're following right along here. Highway 29 and maybe Highway 12 is at this end that comes out from this end of the Cedar Falls. Okay, let's see what our distance is here to there. So we've got 50. Yeah, we'll get this a little closer. It says 54 nautical miles. We're just crossing. And what we'll do is we'll bring up the chart. See if that helps me identify where I am. Walker Field. Not sure. Not sure. I don't see a Walker Field. Oh, here we go. Lake Menominee. Okay, let me see if that's where we are. Get rid of that. Go outside. Look back. I just can't. It doesn't look like that was a lake, right? It was big enough to be a lake. Okay. We'll just have to figure it out. I may have to fly this again. Okay, let's go back out, look around. flying good. And looks like the Dairyland of Wisconsin. And let's see how far out we are. So it says that my chart here says that we're flying a total of 80 miles. Let's see what we're flying here. 090. And we've got 42 miles to go. Huh. Look at the green farmlands. Beautiful. Beautiful farmland. There's our moon. It's a half moon now. Yeah, something's up with the computer. It wanted me to do some scan, Alienware or Dell. This setup's about 3 years old now, so it's acting funny. It actually the picture, the flight, everything's working fine there. Of course, it's a new area for me, so I have to get used to the territory. So flying across from Minneapolis, and they've been going back there. He goes back there every summer. They did live back there for a couple of years. My son was working for GFS, Global Finishing Solutions. They go all over the world building paint booths. They paint the BMW car. They paint the Grumman Gulfstream. Just have these huge paint booths look like aircraft hangars. They paint the C-17. I don't know whether they paint the TBM, but they do paint the Gulfstream. Yeah. So he's working there, and then he decided to come on back. He's a civil engineer. He decided that they'd move to the warmer climate, back to the warmer climate. But they still have relatives, and they still have their family home back there. So someday they'll be heading back that way. Maybe when Auggie goes off to college. Hi, Auggie, if you're watching. And let's see how our distance looks. So it says 30 miles to go. Due east out of Minneapolis, St. Paul, across. And so this is coming up on Lake Menomonee, if that's how you pronounce it. So we'll get on the tail, and we fly right by this lake. We're still paralleling Highway 94. That's up a little bit to the north of me. We can't quite see it up there, but it's coming down a little closer. So I don't know whether that's it right in there. Looks like a interstate highway. US 94. Cedar Falls and Lake Menomonee. Yeah, that first area we went across was Lake St. Croix Beach. Lake St. Croix, and maybe that was the St. Croix River. That first water we went across. Now we're coming up on Menomonee. Menomonie. And that above that is Tainter Lake. Tainter Lake, and we're getting close to Eau Claire. So up above here is Tainter Lake is up in there. And this is riding along like it does in the summer. When it's hot weather, you got thermals coming up. So you notice mostly I'm flying in smooth air, but this is actually realistic on. And so let's look at what this airport. I see an airport right here. We may be at Eau Claire, but it's a two runways at Eau Claire. So let's see what it's showing on here. Oh, we got to go here, and it'll show that those two lakes, and then KLUM. So yeah, that's the name, Menomonee, Wisconsin. This is what that little runway there is. We'll get that out of the way and go back outside. Yeah, Menomonee, little town of Menomonee. And this looks like a twin lake road. So this is Highway 29, and 94 before we get to Eau Claire comes down and crosses this little highway. So that'll be up here. So this is probably 94 that's paralleling right now. That maybe 94 right up there. So it'll cross right up here, and that's just before we get to Eau Claire. And the airport is on the north end of town. And we can kind of jog down to the south a little bit to go over downtown and then fly out to the lake and the Eau Claire River. So let's see where we are here on this now. Yeah, see, there's Eau Claire, and here's the Eau Claire River, and then this is Chippewa River coming down out of Eau Claire. And so going up is Highway 29, so that's Highway 29. And then going down to the southeast is Highway 94. So that crisscrosses right there. Highway 29 and Highway 94 crossing. Now we're just flying over Highway 94. And now we're seeing down here toward Eau Claire the lakes that are down there. We're flying right at the airport. Now we can zoom in on this a little bit. So this is a 10 miles, so we're probably about 8 miles out. We'll look at our deal here, and it's 7.6 miles. I'm getting to know how to read these things. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we stayed low, so our little diverter stayed on. And probably we didn't want to take the diverter off because of the so we can see the Lake Wissota. We don't have to fly up there. There's Lake Wissota up on the top, and that's the Chippewa River that comes down and comes right past Eau Claire. There's the Eau Claire Airport. So we'll take it off the autopilot. We'll fly down and go over to the Eau Claire River. And we can go ahead and move this one more. There's the airport. Then we'll fly over the town of Eau Claire. I think that's called the Chippewa River. And we'll get this off of here now. We know where the airport is. And going right through town. That's Highway 53, I think, going across right there. So again, we'll look up toward Wissota is up on the top above this little warning thing. I don't know what's going on there. And coming down from north is maybe Highway 53. We're flying over Highway 53. And here's Lake Altoona. And so we're going to fly to the far end of Lake Altoona to see if we can see the house. I think I see the little subdivision here. The little road kind of comes off, and they'll be right in there. So when we get over that, we'll put it on hold so we can look down and see if we see the house. We look back toward town. Downtown Altoona, excuse me, downtown Eau Claire, right there. And the Eau Claire River's under our left wing. And there's Lake Altoona right under us. And then we'll put it on hold here. And then we'll just stream around here and see if we see, we have to go a little further. So right along in here, I think, is where the house is. So we'll just take this off for a second, fly a little further, and right there. So somewhere along in here is the house. We'll just do one more start-stop. Right there. See what we get right there. So it could be anywhere along in here. We'll go one more click, just to cover our bases, because it could be right along in here. All right. If I had a road map out, I could double check that way. But I remember it was, the lake kind of backed up. And here you see, after this warning goes away, probably none of this is recording. There we go. So there's the guy's got a little boat dock there. And we'll look back downtown, look at the lake, and we're going to come back around and land at the airport. You can just see the light rotating beacon at the airport right over there. So we'll just take it off of hold and just come on around to the left, looking down at the houses right behind us there, along that little strip section there on the Eau Claire River. So let's see if they're active. We'll see. This is Chippewa, and nearest airport. Chippewa Regional. EAU. Tower on 118. So they have a tower there. Slow it down. So we're going to do a full stop.
Tower Daher is 5 miles east, 2,900 feet with Sierra to land.
Daher Tower. Altimeter 29.902, wind calm, fly left base runway 22.
Left base runway
clear to land
22.
runway 22.
Right over this way. So they gave us left base on runway 22.
Clear to land runway 22 Daher.
So we're going to land to right here, 2122. So we're almost on left base. I think he cleared us to land. Go back outside. Slow it down a little more. I think I see runway 22. And get it down to about 100. And we put the gear down. Here we go with the gear down. And the notch of flap. Get her slowed down. One more notch of flap. And that's good speed right there. And we're going right into the airport. They've got a tower there. That's great. 90 is real good speed. Get back on the tail. I think that's the Chippewa River that's going right there. Coming around. 88 to 90. 80 to anywhere between 80 and 90 is good.
500.
Looking good. There's our little message. Get it in the center. Here we go. Right on the center line. And we got such a long runway, we don't need to use the reverser. And we put the flaps up. There's a tower at the far end. And then we'll just go ahead and hit the brakes a little bit.
Runway when able. Daher contact ground on 120.925.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go right in here.
120.925 Daher. Goodbye.
We'll pretend our hangar's right here.
Ground Daher request taxi to parking.
Daher taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway. Bravo Tree Alpha Bravo 2 Bravo.
That's good.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Tree Alpha Bravo 2 Bravo Daher.
All right. I don't know whether it recorded that or not, but we'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the flight, and we can go ahead and hit this right there. We don't need that going at us. It's telling us to do something. something they want us to do. I don't understand, but it doesn't matter because we turned it off. And we'll go back outside, and we can look back out toward the runway. There you go. There we are. And somebody will be out to open the hangar up for us. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.